Hi, my name is Trudie. I'm a member of the IQ Bar team and I'm also one of the vloggers. This week's vlog is one in a series of vlogs about phonics, and we've moved from phase 2 to phase 3, and in this vlog we're looking at phase 3, set 7. In this vlog I'll be looking at a brief summary of what phonics means and its importance, and a focus on the 7th set in this phonics vlog series. I've already mentioned what's covered in phase 1, I've looked at phase 2, set 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, so in this video I'll look at the next phase 3, and focus on set 7. So if you haven't seen the videos of phase 1, sets 1 to 5, maybe take a look. As with phonics, it's really important you teach it systematically, so it's good to be familiar with the general order used when you're teaching it. So let's look at what phonics actually means. It's a method of teaching to read by correlating sounds with symbols in alphabetic writing. So words are made up of small units of sound that we call phonemes. Phonics teaches children to listen and identify these phonemes that make up the word, which then helps them to read and to spell. For example, in the word nap, the phonemes are n, a, and the graphemes are N, A, P, which we relate to those sounds. These are known as the GPCs, the grapheme phoneme correspondences. There's a particular order that children learn these, which is why we have the phonics sets, and we're looking at set 7. So why is phonics considered to be so important? So in the last few years, there's been a massive shift in UK schools of how we teach reading. And this is having a really positive impact on helping many children to learn to read and to spell. Phonics is recommended as the first strategy that children should be taught in helping them to learn to read. This will then run alongside other methods such as guided reading and shared reading, which all attribute to develop reading skills. So why is phonics so tricky? In some languages it's easy because each phoneme has just one grapheme. In the English language, due to so many invasions in our history, with lots of new words and lots of new sounds being brought in with invaders, we have around 44 phonemes and 120 graphemes, which are the ways of writing these phonemes. With only 26 letters in our alphabet, this means we have some graphemes that are made up with more than one letter, which we call digraphs. On occasions, we also have trigraphs, which are made up of 3 letters. To make it even more confusing, sometimes the graphemes can represent more than one phoneme. For example, in the word office and in the word cat, the C makes a different sound in each word. This is just one reason why it's so important that phonics is taught systematically. So let's take a look at phase 3. So previously we'd looked at phase 2, which has the 19 most common single sounds. In phase 3, we introduced the remaining sounds, so these may be more difficult or less commonly used sounds, and there are around 25 of these. Most of these are made up using 2 letters graphemes. And when teaching this phase, children will also be introduced into more tricky words. Words like was and you that we can't sound out phonetically. It's expected that by the end of phase 3, children should be able to say the sound made by most or all of the phase 2 and the phase 3 graphemes, and be able to blend and read CVC words. Remember, CVC stands for consonant, vowel, consonant. So let's take a look at forming some of the sounds in phase 3, set 7. First we're going to look at the phoneme y, which is the grapheme y. So we say that y, y. To pronounce this correctly, the bottom teeth come up to meet your top row of teeth. So your mouth starts slightly open, but your teeth do not touch. You should feel your tongue pushing down against the back of your bottom row of teeth. y, y. Next, we're looking at the grapheme Z, which makes the phoneme z, z. For this, you need your teeth together. It's one of those sounds that also helps if you screw your face up a little like an angry, busy bee, and then your tongue should push against the back of your teeth. If you're making this sound correctly, you should feel a vibration through your tongue and teeth. This is another sound that is often pronounced as a lazy sound, so listen to the difference. This is what you shouldn't hear. Z, z. Sometimes people will add that sound to the end, and this is how you should pronounce it. Z, z. Now we're going to look at the grapheme, the digraph, QU, which makes the phoneme qu, qu. For this digraph, you start with your mouth slightly open and your tongue flat on the bottom of your mouth. And as you make this sound, your lips should narrow and your tongue only moves slightly. As you finish, your mouth will widen slightly and then return to the initial position. Qu, qu. Let's take a look at reading some words with some of the sounds from today, as well as the previous sounds, because with phonics, it's all about recapping the previous learning. So in the word yet, we have the graphemes Y, E, T. So if I sound that out, it would sound like this. Y, e, t, yet. In the word yes, I've got the graphemes Y, E, S. And if I sound that out, it would sound like this. Y, yes. Please don't be overwhelmed by any of the terminology or using the sounds correctly and pronouncing them correctly. If you're worried about any of them, please contact a member of the team and they'll be more than happy to help. You could even mention it in your chat group or in your buddy group and people will be more than willing to help. It's so much better that you ask than teach it incorrectly. So as always, I really hope this has helped. If you'd like any more information, please contact a member of the team or your team leader and look out for the next vlog, which will be continued with a focus on phase 3, but this time moving on from set 7 to looking at consonant digraphs. See you soon. Bye.